Hello, 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 everybody. Before I get started talking, just give me a thumbs up or tell me that you can hear and see me. I'm thinking you guys should be able to hear and see me just fine. I haven't, you're great. Thank you so much, Teresa. Guys, this is a continuation from yesterday's live. As if you were there last night, you will know that I was having technical difficulties getting the video to show. Also, I failed to give you my perspective as a newbie going into Quilt Con. But before we go ahead and get started, I want to say hello to everyone that's in the chat. There is Anne that's in the chat. She's saying hello, hello. Teresa is in the chat. She's saying hello. We have Joy T in the chat. She's like saying hi, Stephanie and the Quilty Gang. Yes. We have Lisa here. I'm lurking while working. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, thank you so much, Joy T. Guys, I'm a little bit hoarse, but that's okay. I think it came from being inside the convention center so long. I am very, very cold. Well, I like it hot, so I guess it's warm natured. But when I get in a cold too long, I end up getting congested. So it really didn't start until Tuesday, last yesterday evening. So I'm just reaping the benefits of the all the fun that I had over at Quilt Con. Hi, Cindy. Yes, you guys can see and hear me. Hope you are warm or sleepy. Yes, honey. Yes, Donna froze me. So she's not here. I'm gonna let her know that she froze me. Hey, Candace. Thank you so much for coming. So let's go ahead and get started with the perspectives and then we'll go ahead into the video. Excuse me. I felt that QuiltCon, this was my first go at QuiltCon, and I felt a little bit overwhelmed. Now, if you don't know, I have an issue with standing long or sitting long or moving position long. I have POTS, so I can't walk as far as I would like to. There are certain times when my heart rate just drops and or skyrockets, and I will faint. So with that being said, I was like, oh, I'm gonna drive my trike through the convention center. It was kind of overwhelming because I was not prepared for the amount of people. I know you guys heard me talk about my anxiety, the anxiety of being too many people being around me, being touched and stuff like that. I really didn't have that issue, thank goodness. But what I did have was that it was just like so much. I think the anxiety of being touched overwhelmed me more than anything. But the amount of people, the it was just a lot, but a lot in a good way because they gave exactly what QuiltCon should be. I've heard many vendors say that this QuiltCon was better than the Atlanta QuiltCon, and the Atlanta QuiltCon was supposed to have been the best ever. So that made me feel really good to hear that, and that the vendors also enjoyed themselves as well. Yes, hi Nancy, the cold hotel girl. Yeah, it was. She had me freezing. So going into QuiltCon, I remember saying on the first day that I was, now remember I just said I was overwhelmed with all of the activity of QuiltCon itself. But I was underwhelmed with the amount of vendors. Now, that was just on day one. By the end of day one, I understood it. I understood exactly what they were doing. Um, Riley Convention Center is a huge facility. Everything was on one floor. Like the quilts and the vendors were all on one floor. You had classrooms up on like the second and third floor. So the vendor area and the quilt area was all on one floor, and it was like kind of spacey. And I'm like, dang, you guys could have filled so much more. Now that comment was made when I was up on the second floor looking down. Okay. So when we got in there, it was like, holy cow. They had it perfect because even from me on my scooter, it was enough room for people. Sometimes I had to wait until people moving and stuff like that because people did not want to get out the way, y'all. So if you were on a scooter and you looking at it from um, a, a a challenging part for me was that I couldn't get into the vendor booths because they were not handicap accessible. They had to stand on the outside look in and see, what they had and if I wanted to buy something out. The things that I purchased were like on the outskirts of the vendor booths. So that was like a negative to me. But other than that, if you were able-bodied walking and stuff like that, you can go in and out and you had no problems. I'm glad it was spaced out because it did give me the room and others the room to navigate, especially those who had any kind of physical challenges. I would suggest that if you go, please bring ear protection. Ear protection because it is loud in there. Now, if you're wearing hearing aids, I know Donna had to remove hers because it was just too many people in her head. So that, is a concern. Elevator accessibility. Guys, it's like only like one or two elevators that went to certain floors, and there was always a long line. The only day I did not have a long line was on Sunday. That was the last day. Other than that, it was like only two people with a scooter can get on, and like maybe two or three people that was with them. That was it. And then you had to wait because it would go up or all the way down and then come back. So it was a long wait. There are a couple of times they did put us on a freight elevator to, help move things along. But I think that was a fault of the convention center. They probably didn't think that they will have venues or events that would need more than that. I would advise going with someone because, like in my case, if I didn't have Donna, Day, Janine, Becca, and Tiff, and Ian, and Bill around me at some point in time, if I didn't have them around me, I would not have had a good time at Quilt Con because, like I said, I wasn't able to get inside the booth because I was on my scooter. And I did not want to bring my cane and park my trike just to walk into the vendor booths. I mean, that's something that I can look at possibly if I ever go to QuiltCon again. But that was a lot of stuff to carry. I already had a backpack on my back. I think I only carried that the first day. I'm telling you, it is exhausting. You need to bring water with you. You need to bring your snacks with you because the food there is kind of pricey, kind of pricey. It was like $4 for a 20-ounce soda. So yeah, it was quite pricey. So bring your snacks and stuff like that. And of course, everything people said about comfortable socks and shoes and stuff like that and compression hose, yes, that was a very good benefit. Um, yeah, and I know that Chandra of Under the Needle had put out like on day 2 of her feeling kind of lonely, and that's another reason why it is good to do a buddy system while you are in QuiltCon. I think that's all that I had. Oh, and the seating. The seating was horrible. Um, I don't know if the seating was necessarily horrible. It wasn't enough. And the people, once you got in the seat, they tend to linger in the seat. that was a negative. So yeah. How many days were we there? I was there from when I got in the day early Wednesday, and I didn't come home until Sunday. So I was there all 4 days of Quilt Con. And it was, by it being my first, I have nothing else to compare it to. You can't compare a Quilt Con to a, smaller quilt show. This is like a huge event. Um, this one is open to everyone. So you have your content creators, you have your everyday quilter, you have your everyday sewer coming to these events, people who are just interested to see what QuiltCon is all about. You have a plethora of people. It's not like market. Market is only for like the vendors and stuff like that. But yeah, so that was, QuiltCon. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm not going to keep you guys long. Let me see. As soon as I go, and you will be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me. And I will tell you a little bit about some of the quilts. Once the video starts, I can't stop it. I do have it on a slower speed, so I can quickly tell you about some of the quilts. But it's going to start off with the quilts, and then it's going to jump right into people that I met at QuiltCon. So here we go. I'm hoping you guys are seeing the screen. Let me know in the comments if you're not. These were some of the quilts. These several quilts were made by the African American of Durham Quilt Guild. These quilts right here. And I do have a video that's going to come out with just this video, but it's going to be a lot slower for you guys. It's still going a little bit fast. Yes. And again, these are the ones from the African American Quilt Guild in Durham. And some of the ladies in this group were also on a Facebook group called Black Girls Quilt. So it was nice meeting some of these ladies as well. That is one of my favorite quilts from them. This one right here. I absolutely love it. Now we're getting into some of the other quilts that when I walked past them, I just had to snap that picture. Some of it is very traditional that caught my eye. But then, this one right here was just absolutely beautiful. No, I'm sorry. These are still quilts from the African American Guild, because this was their raffle quilt right here. It is gorgeous. I didn't enter the raffle because I wouldn't know what to do with that quilt. Now these are the quilts that were further out on display that were being judged and juried. If you don't know, I love guns. This one has a target in the background, but this one, look at it. I absolutely love this quilt. Blues and greens, I was going to get a picture of that one. One of my favorites right here. Absolutely love it. Now, most of these quilts are modern quilts. This one had a lot of army fatigues in it that I'm a veteran, so I was going to love that one. This one reminded me of rainbows and bridges. I don't know why. This one reminded me of a little child's quilt that a little girl's quilt. This one was different to me. I didn't know what to think of it, but I really liked it. This one reminds me of my migraine days. I like this one. This one, I love the lines. I love the quilting in it. One of my favorites. I think this one won Best to Show, I think. And this is another one that reminds me of a migraine day. This one, if you're up close on it, it didn't look like anything, but once you took the picture, it was a person. This one is all the children that passed away in the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Uvalde, Texas. Love these quilts. Another one I just absolutely loved. This one was called Snakes in the Garden. That's the only name that I remember. This one was brown and teal. Caught my eye as soon as I seen it because it reminded me of Dresden. This one is the balloon dog. I love it. This one was pretty. The quilting was amazing. That's a nice, pretty one. That one reminds me of my brain. As soon as I saw it, I was like, chaos. Pretty blues. I like this one. That was Tucker Nace quilt right here in the youth category. This one reminds me of bridges for some reason. I don't know, or the ladders for the airplane. That one was pretty. It was just pretty to me. This one was called, I think was called Unmended. Or yeah. Now this one, you take I took this a regular picture, but this one is if you took it with the flash on, it changed colors. The thread, it was something to do with the thread. This one is a weapon bang, you're dead for all the gun violence. This one is you don't belong here. Self-explanatory. I don't know what this one represents. It look like hammers. I don't know if that's judgment or I'm not sure. This one was just pretty to me. This one was just pretty to me. It reminded me of the cross. That is pretty. That one was pretty to me. Oh, I absolutely love this one. It was just simple colors, two colors. I think I already, for some reason, I have duplicates of some of the pictures. I'm sorry. But this was my favorite overall. That remind me of the lava lamps from back in the day. Pretty colors. Remind me of a Quilt Con emblem or logo. And that one was pretty to me as well. I think it's a couple more. That one, it was just different. This one reminded me of tall buildings. I don't know what this one reminded me of, but I just liked it. Same as this one. This one, a lot of Drunkard's Path look like. Dresden plate. That one was just pretty to me. This one is the quilting that did it for me. I just absolutely love the quilting on that. Just very pretty quilts. All the quilts were just beautiful. Unfortunately, of course, I couldn't take a picture of them all because I couldn't get to them all. People were standing in your way. I had to crop a lot of people out of the pictures because even though you're on a scooter, they'll just come walk right up in front of you. They did not care. Tumbling blocks, I absolutely love that one. This one was a pretty one. Purples, when you mix a purple and a teal and a light color, those colors just blend so pretty. Okay, this is the last one. Now we get to the quilty people. These are all the people that I met. Vanessa from Crafty Gemini here on YouTube. We talk chickens. This is Holly Ann. She's of String and Story. We used to podcast back in the day. This is Chandra from Under the Needle. Karen Brown, Just Get It Done here on YouTube. And this was at her meetup. Now, Chandra was also under the needle. She is here on YouTube. Beth Goody Goods here on YouTube, and she's over on IG. Katie, the Greenland Quilter, here on YouTube. This was Miss Donna Day, and I were taking a picture with Mary Ann Fonz of Fonz and Porter. She was like, I can't believe you guys remember me. Yes. This is Donna, Becca, and Tiff. Just we're all being silly. This is Donna and Ian. I had to take a break off my scooter. Donna is sitting on it, and we just hope no rumors will come about because of it. This was Pam and Francis. These are my podcast buddies from back in the day. This is Sean, the guy who sews. He came on one of the days. Lil Wayne from Sewing with Lil Wayne. He was here on YouTube. Now he's over on TikTok. Russ from Quilt Meets World. Gwendolyn, a support, one of my subscribers. Well, many of our subscribers anyway. Larry from Mr. Larry. I think I spelled that Mr. wrong though, but I have to check. Natalie Grounds from Missouri Star Quilt Company. And then there is Misty Dawn. So the Dawn sisters. Love it, love it. Latifa Safier, she is here on YouTube. And she did the shirt that I showed yesterday. You know, Janine, my girl, my YouTube subscriber. Donna, a YouTube subscriber. I was so happy to see all of the subscribers out. And this is Geeky Bobbins. Her name is Bobby over on IG. And it's us just having fun. This is Janice of The Right Way. She's here on YouTube. And this is Math Geek, a YouTube subscriber. Teresa, YouTube subscriber. We have Mary, the Crafty Panda, who is a YouTube subscriber as well. That's just me and Becky. Word to your mother. Pose. This is me with the Yvette Renee. Yvette. And this is me with Krista Watson. She is here on YouTube. She is a designer. And this is at the content creator meetup. And this is our silly pick. And that is Tucker from Tucker Sewing and Quilting. And this is when we're on the street with Karen Brown. And this is when we were on the corner with Yvette. We met her in the middle of the street. We had to move to the corner. This is a new subscriber. Her name is Shannon. And this is my sister, Sarah Thomas, Sarah Diddy. You guys will be hearing more about her coming up next week. And this is Miss Carol Shaw. She's here on YouTube. She's an instructor, amazing instructor. And these are some TikTok friends, The Bear Quilter, Bakes Quilting Cottage, and Fiber Hustle. And that is my husband, my king, Gerald. He came on the last day. Now, there were quite a few people that I didn't get to meet, to get pictures with. And I am super, super sad that I didn't get to meet them. Let me go back to this. I didn't get to take a picture with them. And that was, of course, I can't tell you those names, but on the video, you'll be able to pause and see those names, like Brandy from Quilter on Fire podcast. I didn't get a picture with Violet Craft. It's just a plethora of names. They were all listed. She said, I love how you celebrate your subscribers. I have to, Lisa, because if it wasn't for you guys, it would be, it'll just be me here talking to a camera. You guys are awesome. You guys love me and all my little quirks. I am not a polished quilter. I'm not a polished YouTuber. It seemed like every day something goes wrong, and I beat myself up constantly about it, but I'm learning to be like, you know what, it happened. Oh well. So I try my best to give you guys good you know, quality. I want to make sure that you know that you guys are appreciated and that how much I care about each and every one of you. I will always tell you guys my honest truth about things, and I'm only gonna be able to come when my health, you know, permits. So yeah. Anne said she loved the pics, and Teresa's like, I had a ball meeting you all, made my day. Girl, you made my day. It's called life, says Anne. Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, that's what I wanted to come and share with you all on today. But I want to give you a heads up. I'm going to make a video later on today after Benson comes in. He's outside getting groomed at the moment. That's why he's not down here on my nose. Um, the project, I'm not going to do the field of dreams, is it called? Field full of dreams, right? um in March, because again I have to get more of the charm squares. What I'm going to work on starting next week is a pattern called Lucky in Love. I will be, like I said, I'll be posting a video or a short about it, and it'll have links to it. It's by my sister Sarah Thomas, Sarah Diddy. It is a foundation paper piecing. The pattern is called Lucky in Love. It's on Etsy for $5, guys. $5. And it's a shamrock that we'll be building for, you know, St. Patty's Day. So I just wanted to make sure that I told you guys that, and I'm definitely going to make sure that I put this video out today so you guys can go ahead and get your pattern and grab your green scraps or whatever color you want to use for your shamrocks. In the background, it's just those scraps and your background. That's all you need. I think you only need a yard for your background. Easy peasy. Girl, don't let your quirkiness bother you. You're the type of person I would office gossip with and give those looks to across the room, right, girl? So yes, I love it. Thank you so much. No problem, Joyce. She said thanks for sharing. I love you, girl. You done and always do a great job. Thank you so much, Nancy. And Ann says, I'm so glad I found your channel. You're real. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I will be at Mid Atlantic, the is it the quilt show? I can't remember what it's called, Mid Atlantic. I know that much, and it's over in Virginia. I will be there on Saturday, and then I'll be stopping to see my girl Angel over at Halo Inspiration, so I can drop off my quilt to her. And that is it. That is it. And the shirt that I wanted to show you guys yesterday that I forgot was this Quilt Con shirt right here. It says Quilt Con and has different triangles, and then it has Raleigh, North Carolina 2024 written down here at the bottom. So this is the Quilt Con shirt. Quilt Festival. Thank you so much, Ann. Thank you, thank you. So guys, that is it. I will be seeing you later with the video, and I will talk to you all real soon. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys because I have much to talk to you guys about, especially coming back from the Quilt Festival on Saturday. So until then, guys, be blessed. Bye.